You're welcome to today's episode of Chilling with the Doctors. Today we're going to be looking at 4 unhealthy foods that people think are healthy but they are not. So I'm your host, Dr. Mrs. Ezinne, and on today's episode I'm going to be sharing with you something that Kenneth Hagin talked about in Days of Yore. He said something that half-truths can be worse than lies, and I've often seen many people thinking that what they are doing is actually going to make them healthy when it is not. So I've seen that a lot of people spend a lot of their hard-earned money trying to buy healthy foods, trying to improve their health, but they end up getting disappointed because at the end of the day the tummy fat still remains. So whenever I have the opportunity to talk in large crowds, talk in the clinic, in conferences, I try to bring these topics to fore to enable us get better health results and reduce our frustrations. If you have not subscribed, we are Chilling with the Doctors, and I want to encourage you to subscribe and tell your loved ones, your patients, if you're a doctor or a nurse, to subscribe to our channel. So let's dive in. So the very first lie I want to be addressing is red oil versus vegetable oil. Now this can also be used to talk about olive oil, can also be used to talk about sunflower oil and co. Now many people think that red oil, because it's natural, because it's local, that it is better than these other oils. Now the truth is, if you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to reduce your cholesterol levels, irrespective of the oil you're using, you still have to reduce your portions. So I see people eating plantain pottage, they eat more vegetable soup, but if your oil is floating, even if it is red oil, you're not going to get any result. Your cholesterol is still going to be high and you're still going to find it difficult to lose weight. So the next time you find yourself with a pot of banga soup or ofako, just that what you're eating is no different from eating ice cream. I know the thing is, if you're eating ice cream, you'll be more conscious of yourself that, okay, I should reduce my portions. So when next you're eating these oily soups, this yellow, remember that you should reduce your portions. So now the second thing we're going to be talking about is semo and garri. Many times when I go to the market, I find people rushing semo and they're like, okay, my mother is diabetic, I need to eat something light. And let me tell you, when you're eating things that are light, things that are not heavy, it just means one thing. It means that they don't have a lot of fiber. And foods that don't have a lot of fiber are likely to raise your blood sugar, they are likely to raise your insulin levels and be more fat storing. So no, if you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to get healthier, semo is not better than garri. Now let's just look at the evidence. If you look at this is the nutrient you find in 100 grams of garri. In 100 grams of garri, you have 364 calories. You have 86 grams of carbohydrates and 4 grams of fiber. If you look at your semo has 322, has just 0.5 grams of fiber. This is why it doesn't make you feel full. You can see that it has significantly less fiber than garri. It also has less carbohydrates, but if you look at the calories, there's really no much difference. So if you're really trying to lose weight, then these two foods, you should treat your semo just the same way you will need to reduce your portions when you are eating either of these foods. So don't deceive yourself that because you have changed to semo, that you're actually now making a healthier choice for your health numbers. By health numbers, I mean your waist, your weight, your blood sugar, or your blood pressure, or your blood cholesterol. So no, you're not making much of a difference. It may even be better because at least you're more conscious to reduce your portions. Now what's the third food on our lie list? The third food that we lie to ourselves when we're eating and we think that we're eating healthier is actually the cow leg, the cow tail, the cow head versus red meat, and even the offals. Igbo people call it ofanu, your shaki, your roundabout, your gizzard and co. I was in the market the other day and I wanted to buy chicken, and the lady was like, I should buy gizzard. I was like, why? She said, this one is more expensive, that it is better, it is straight from the UK. and I knew that gizzard is one real source of increased uric acid, which can cause gout, that gouty arthritis in some patients. I don't know who started the rumor that all those meats are white meat, because that's what people actually think. They think that when they are buying cow leg or they are buying the intestines, that because it looks white, it is actually white meat. No, it's not. Those white things that you see under the cow leg and under the cow meat is actually fat, saturated fat. That's the kind of fat that raises your cholesterol and increases your risk of a heart attack and a stroke. And you see, the thing is, one of the reasons why they tell us to avoid red meat is because of those portions. Those are the portions of your cow that they actually want, the health authorities actually want you to avoid. So please, if you've been buying cow leg and cow head and cow tail for your parents or for yourself, you'll be making the absolute wrong mistake. Now, if you realize it, when you boil this meat, you realize that a lot of oil floats on top. So no, they are not healthier portions of meat. As a matter of fact, you can do your red meat and still get great health numbers. How do you do that? Let me show you. All you need to do is that whenever you're buying your red meat, always make sure you buy those ones that are pure flesh and have very little. These white things are actually the fat. So if you remember, your torso meat usually has a lot of these white things. Those are the fatty portions. So buy meat that has very little of these white things, which are the fat, and then you'll be ensure that you're eating pure protein and less fat. So let's look at the fourth lie food. So in the clinic, many times I ask people, especially people living with diabetes, that what did you eat this morning? And one of the common things they tell me that they ate is akara. And you know, the illusion is that since akara is made from is made from beans, then is similar in nutritional profile to akara, to moi moi, but that is not true. If you look at this picture, this akara being fried, what are you noticing here? A lot of oil. So when you are eating akara, it's not different from when you are actually eating puff puff, or you are eating your buns or any other deep fried meals. So no, don't do akara. Go for moi moi instead. Moi moi is better. So your moi moi is better. Don't do akara at all if you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to reduce your cholesterol or your blood sugar. Thank you very much for joining us on Chilling with the Doctors. Kindly share the video with your loved ones and your enemies so that they'll be there to hear your testimony. Thank you very much for watching. God wants you to live long so that you can fulfill destiny and be there for your family. God bless you. Until next time.